Alright, so last episode we took on Liverpool in the dynasty scene of the Champions League. This goal from Palacios in the first leg would get us a 1-goal lead, but we're forced to take on Bayern Munich in a big game in the Bundesliga here. We'll take the lead courtesy of Nathan Teller. Then I believe we'd get a second goal here from Marit Tillman. We'll blast it past Neuer, and Musiala would get them back level here, and we'll get them back into the game, but that wouldn't matter in the end because we would score more with another goal blasted it past Neuer to make it 3-1 and win us the game. In the end, we then took on Liverpool in the second leg of the dynasty scene, in which we went level. Then we went up and answered back with another goal to make it 2-1. We'll barge our way through there with Nathan Teller, just forced his way through there before half time to give us a 3-1 lead. And in the second half, we'd add a fourth to it and send us through to the quarterfinals of the Champions League, where, well, we'd actually have one more goal here, sorry, I thought that was going to be the end of it, where Nathan Teller would secure a hat-trick and knock Liverpool out of the Champions League with this big victory. And after knocking Liverpool out of the Champions League, we had to take on Manchester City here in the home leg. We started off with a goal here with some great play to hold off the defender in Gvardiol there for Benzema to get the goal. We then would add a second, I believe, for a ball through, and then the second goal secured there after the rebound from Echeverry falls off Donnarumma to our play to tap it in. But Foden would give City a chance. Let's find out if we can go to win everything in today's episode. And to start today's episode off, I can see we've got a massive game for us. So up against Dortmund, who are third in the table. We managed to beat them and end undefeated streak a few months ago in the series. We managed to beat them to give them their first loss. We also handed Bayern the only loss last episode. So we're beating both teams that are fighting for the title right now. So we drew against Dortmund and also Bayern, I believe, in the previous games. We played them before that. But let's get into this one up against them. And I believe we're going to be away from home for this one. So it's going to be hard for us at the Signal Iduna Park to get a victory over Dortmund. But we did it against Bayern. We've done it against Dortmund before. Let's get into this one here and hopefully keep ourselves on pace with Bayern to at least challenge them for the title at the end of the season. Benzema through to Nathan Teller, who has been unbelievable for us this season. Can he get us ahead though? Nathan Teller does so. Just before Niklas Süle took him out there, that would have been a penalty if he missed, I do believe. And Nathan Teller, who's had an unbelievable season for us in the team. You may only see 13 goals in 26 games in the Bundesliga, but just overall, he has been unbelievable in this team at striker since we converted into a striker and played him up there alongside Patrick Schick in the 4-1-2-1-2 formation. And Nathan Teller, despite being pulled there by Sabitzer and the challenge there from Niklas Süle, he beats Treble to put us 1-0 up here away from home in a big game that we have to win, because the Bayern, as you saw, are playing against St. Pauli. They would most likely get a very easy victory against them, but we need to beat Dortmund here, or at least draw, to keep ourselves with a fighting chance to maybe win the title this season, which would be insane to say, considering when I took this team over, they were 10th, and we took them to where we have them. We're going to be up against Man City up next in the quarterfinals of the Champions League, the second leg. That's Tillman through here into Patrick Schick. He could make it 2, and we have very quickly taken a 2-goal lead in this game. And Dortmund are going to suffer from the effects of playing 3 at the back against me in this game, I feel like, because every time I play against a team that plays 3 at the back, they are just so wide open. We saw that last time I played Dortmund. We beat them 4-1, well 4-2 in the end, because I made an error to concede another goal, but we are leading them 2-0, 2 quick-fire goals, and Patrick Schick gets on the score sheet here for his 16th goal of the season in the Bundesliga after this. And we're joint level with Bayern at the top of the table. We're beating Dortmund here, and it could get 3-0 here. It could become 3-0 here. Teller running through. Nathan Teller into Patrick Schick, and Treble makes a save of it, and also the result so far. In fact, they've not had a single opportunity. Oh, Benzema, that is just rude. Please score. I have just ruined the career of a Borussia Dortmund defender with Benzema there. A player who's on the thumbnail for what could be the series finale. We're 3-0 up against Dortmund. I'm going to sim the rest of this game when we get to half time. But that is just unbelievable skill there from the Moroccan to beat Valdemar Anton, I believe that was, with that skill, and rifle it into the back of the net. I don't think it was Anton, actually. I'm not too sure who it was in the end, but that Dortmund defender got ruined at number 5, and Benzema puts his 3-0 up here. And has to be desired to Ranville. Schlotterbeck missed, not Schlotterbeck, Julian Brandt, I believe it was, Tomori, great defending. And here we go on the attack here, Marit Tillman. Teller, Schick, Benzema back to Teller, great play. And Nathan Teller, denied by Treble. Teller, but Treble comes out and collects it. It's going to be a 3-0 lead here We're going to sim in the second half, and the Dortmund fans, you can hear booing them, rightfully so right now in terms of performances and stats. They've had 2 shots, which you might have seen, but they just haven't been in this game. Teller, Benziger and Tillman up there with 10.0 ratings. Let's sim to the end and hopefully get the victory. We do. It's a 3-0 victory in the end, and a big victory to start the episode off with against Dortmund. And after that comfortable 3-1 victory, we're now heading to the quarter-final second leg of the Champions League up against Manchester City at home in the BayArena. We're 2-1 up against them after the win at the Etihad. Let's get into this game and hopefully somehow send us through to the semi-finals of the Champions League, because that's what the board want from me this season. I didn't think we'd make it this far, but we somehow have done. We beat Liverpool to get here. We now have to beat Man City to get into the semi-final. We're a 2-1 lead in this one. Let's get into this game and hopefully somehow pull out a massive victory here. Game. After I saw him in the team, I was a little bit worried when I saw him, but in the end, Van der Sar had a great game against us. Rafinha's putting out all the skill moves there early on here. That's great work there from Tomori. I think he tried to score an ultimate team goal there, taking it to the byline and pass it across to Haaland. And Nathan Teller, here he goes, he's through. He's being trapped by the Man City defenders, but Nathan Teller has the time. Can he find the finish? Donnarumma, good save. Does stop him from making it 3-1. If we take a 2-goal lead in this game, I think it's pretty much done. But Man City obviously do have a great team they could get back into it with, but you'd imagine that us with a 2-1 lead in this game could be all she wrote for Pep Guardiola's team. So we're going to float this one in again here. Last time we almost just scored. Patrick Schick, can he win this one? He does, and Schick hits the side netting. Tomori, go back to the centre please, or get the ball off Bernardo Silva, either one. Bernardo Silva, there we go, Tomori, but he can't keep it. Haaland, blocked by Palacios, and we get it out. And Patrick Schick is making a run here. And Schick, good strength, finds Teller, good touch. But Gvardiol read it there, he read the cutback. It's too bad away goals don't still have an effect, because even if we drew this game, it would have won. But over the top, Nathan Teller can make it free. He didn't really connect with it like I wanted him to. I maybe should have let him take a touch there or wait an extra bounce. I do believe Man City, he takes a Treble shot, caught there by Verbruggen. Man City in this game, when I took them over in the City Career Mode, they did play 25 depth. So they might still be on that in this game, I'm not too sure. They might have actually fixed it for them to play a high line and high pressure. Here's Bernardo Silva. He's done well there. Ball in, and that's Rafinha who shoots at Verbruggen. What a save. A massive save there from the Dutchman. Benziger. Schick. Through to Tillman. Tillman, good strength. And a great run. And a great finish. With that 3-1 up over the tie. 1-0 up on the night. I'm not sure why it doesn't show the aggregate scoreline. It used to do so in the top left corner. I swear it used to do that in this game. Or like, especially in FC25 ranking did it. But it doesn't do it here for some reason. We are now 3-1 up over the tie, 2 goals in the lead. And we have dominated them here so far in this game. They've had a couple of opportunities for Verbruggen made a massive save moments ago. But Matic Tillman with a goal there. He's had a great season for us in that centre mid role. And scores for us here to make it 1-0 on the night and 3-1 overall. Reinders, Foden. Waiting for the run of Haaland and trying to just keep it so I can play my side if I need to. And that's going to be, referee screwed him over there. As Foden was getting forward with the ball there, he should have let him play on. If that was me, I'd be fuming. Matic Tillman. How are your long shots, lad? How's your skill moves and how's your finesse shots? That was great play, but the shot there left a bit to be desired. Foden. If he scores, Man City are back in the touch sober. Good defending there from the captain. Benziger. Patrick Schick. Matic Tillman, good overlap. And Nathan Teller didn't make the run, but he holds off and he makes the run now. That's great play from him. And Nathan Teller, 4-1, it's done. Man City are knocked out of the Champions League by Bayer Leverkusen. And when Nathan Teller didn't make that run originally, I was a little bit disappointed, but he then held it off, waiting for the Man City defender to commit and come across him to open up the space behind him for the pass. Right here. That was great from him. And we take a 4-1 lead in this tie. 3 goals to the good. And honestly, I think I'm going to sim the rest of it. We've got a bunch of games to play in today's episode. We're 4-1 up overall, 2-0 on the night. I doubt Man City, with 30 minutes left to go, we're going to get back into this. It ends. We won 4-1. 4-0 on the night, 6-1 overall. Nathan Tedder scored another. Palacios got a goal. And we dismantled Man City at the BayArena. And we continue our winning ways with a 2-1 victory over Augsburg here at home with Nathan Tedder and Alex Garcia getting goals in this one in a 2-1 victory for us, which we love to see. And at a rather frustrating point of the season, Ezequiel Palacios has come to us here saying it needs time away on a leave of absence. And I think I need to just give it to him, because I think if I don't, it'll be in bad morale, maybe ask for a transfer if I do that. So hopefully he's not away for that long. So we're going to accept it. We're going to let him go out on the leave of absence, and hopefully that isn't going to screw us over. As you can see, we do have Bayern in the next stage of the Champions League in the semi-final. Sorry, we're going to assume this game against Magdeburg in the semi-finals of the Pokal, and also that one against Köln with the second team, and then take on Bayern up next in the episode. And hopefully Palacios comes back in a week so we can play him in this one in the home leg against Bayern. And in the semi-final of the Pokal, we get a 2-1 victory with Tillman and also Alex Garcia getting goals in this one to see us go through to the final of the Pokal. And our second team also continue their winning ways here of a 2-1 victory over SC Köln here away from home. I was kind of a little bit worried about this one. When we get the victory here over them, we should just see that. Let's get into the semi-final of the Champions League in the first leg against Bayern and hopefully continue our winning ways there. And as you can see, Palacios is back from his leave of absence for this game against Bayern in the semi-final first. So thankfully he came back for this game. I was kind of worried that we didn't have him. We'd have to play Alex Garcia in that position, which would have been bad for us. But Palacios has just been great for us in this team and would have been a bad player for us to lose in this game. Let's get into this one up against Bayern and hopefully continue our winning ways and send ourselves halfway through to the final of the Champions League here in Season 1, which is something I didn't expect to say. I didn't even expect us to be in this stage of the Champions League still, but somehow we managed to get here. We have won our games, we deserve to win them, so we're putting in the performances to get here, so let's hopefully continue those performances here against Bayern. Overlap here to Ezequiel Fernandez, who shot is denied there from Manuel Neuer. Musiala good defending there from Nunes Tavares there to intercept him to create the space. Tillman gets it to Schick, who finds Benziger here. He can play it inside here to Nathan Tedder. He can turn, shoot, straight at Neuer though. We'll head to Elise. Kane through, that should be Verbruggen to come out and collect though, thankfully. Benziger, return, could he get a shot away? Benziger hits it, blocked there by Kim Min-jae and collected by Bayern and cleared by Jonathan Tah in terms of space. Lovely play here. I was hoping Tillman would have continued that run. That would have been great if he did so, but he didn't. The whole play relied on him making that run, and he didn't do it. Oh no, Musiala. Tavares, you got to get back, lad. Catch up to Elise. But, oh, that's a bad pass there from him. So we can intercept it. He just overran it completely and Tar got it off him before I could play the through ball. Musiala, who Treble it there, and Verbruggen got saved there. Last time we played against Bayern, Musiala did do him with a bit of a skill move and score. Obviously, in the end, it was a losing effort for Bayern. Here goes Musiala again. Putting out the skills again here. Here's the German, Kimmich. Shot taken. Verbruggen goes save again. No. Through to Kane. How did that get through? Musiala. Oh no. At least shoots, but Verbruggen goes save. More comfortable save there for him. Cuts it back. Inside here to Musiala. That's good defending there, but to get the ball back somehow. Musiala does me in there, but Tatsuba gets enough on it, and that's a great save from Verbruggen. Nathan Tedder is offside. Palacios though has Schick. And Schick doesn't have the pace, but he has the strength. Just hold up the ball and wait for everyone else to get into positions to find him. Here we go. Benziger. Again hit to Schick. Can Schick get an unlikely angle goal here? No, we caught Neuer, makes a save. Deserved to win it. But it could end 0-0 somehow. Oh no, it could end 1-0 Bayern. Harry Kane. Oh no, it is going to end 1-0 Bayern. Verbruggen, what a save. How did this game end 0-0? Both teams deserved to score goals, but somehow some incredible goalkeeping and defending has denied both teams the scoring. And that's annoying for us at the BayArena. We needed to win against Bayern here, because away from home, Verbruggen definitely man of the match for us. He played incredible, making that massive save at the end, deserved it as well. But we just didn't play our best football in this game. We didn't play bad, we played good, but we just didn't have enough to beat Bayern here. We should have done, we should have scored, but somehow Neuer stopped us on multiple occasions, and Verbruggen, he did incredible to keep us in this game. And after drawing the first leg 0-0, let's get into the second leg here away from home against Bayern, and hopefully scoring this game to get a victory and send us through to the final of the Champions League here. 4-1 last episode, as you saw in the intro. Tillman and Plastos here early on. Through ball into Ben-Seguir, who's onside. And it's 1-0 inside 2 minutes. We didn't score in 90 minutes of football in the BayArena. And 2 minutes in, we get a goal here. With Ben-Seguir breaking through. I think the Bayern defence thought it would be offside, but it was just onside. A second later and he would have been offside, but Ben-Seguir strikes make it 1-0 here to us early on. It was Diaz forward, that should be Vanderson's to get there before Goretzka, and he does so. So he has scored, and we are still as good defensive as we were in that one, but Kim and Jay is a little bit unlucky there. Nathan Tella gets the ball off him. And Tella now came up in a good cross there. Tella back still looking for Tillman, and ahead of Kimmich heads it away. Jamal Musiala. We can't win that there. Oh, no. Here come Bayern on the attack. Elise, Tomori. Good defending against them there. And Tavares, heavy touch. Oh, there we go. Get it back though. Oh, we give the ball away to Kane, and Verbruggen saves me there. Here's Luis Diaz. Vanderson, great defending there. I'm going to be in a bit of trouble here, but it's done more there. The game says as it is. Not Plastos, why not? Hits it, and Neuer, comfortable save. A lot of long shots have been massively nerfed with just normal players in this game, unless you have like a player who's got great long shots. Which I guess makes sense, but at the same time, like, I don't know, but it's blocked there, Kimmich. So yeah, Lima did get dropped to this game. It's going to be a 1-0 lead at half time for us. In a game that's not been much in between both teams so far. We are Luis Diaz, who's been their best player so far. Kane dispossessed by Tomori. Oh no, shit, intercepted by Tar. This game has just got less fluidity about it in the second half here. Well, after we took the lead, it's kind of became a very scrappy game at Here's at least. And well, he should have played the pass through, but he does so now into Jamal Musiala. That's good defender, but he still gets a shot away somehow and hits a crossbar. I don't get how Musiala got through there. I defended him perfectly the way Tatsoba, and he somehow still got through. But thankfully didn't score. Tella is somehow onside there. I thought it was off. Nathan Tella to make it 2. And he's done so. That was so close to being offside. Both our goals have been the exact same, just playing on that back line. And a perfectly timed through ball. Through to Nathan Tella this time he scores. And we take a 2-goal lead here at the Allianz Arena against Bayern in the Champions League semi-final. And a great finish here by Tella to put his 2 goals up. He finds some space to find Jamal Musiala. He's trying to get a shot away here. Cuts back. Oh, no. Can't even shoot. He does shoot, but Verbruggen, what a save he just made. Ball in here to Harry Kane. Jamal Musiala on the turn. Somehow got through, and he shoots and scores. How did that... That doesn't make it... Like, he did that skill move there. And completely has barged off Tomori, who's got bruiser play style. Why has he ran to the centre circle to celebrate? They're back in this game. 2-1. Musiala scores for him. Oh, ball over the top. Looking for Patrick Schick. He might be able to get there. Kimmich's going to beat into it and let that go out for a goal kick. No, it's not going to keep it in. Harry Kane. Good defending from Tavares. And now I need to get that ball out. Tavares. There we go. It's going to go out of play though. I'm not liking this. I feel like Bayern are going to score again. I just feel Bayern are going to score. Gnabry now on for Musiala for the final 2 minutes of this game. If they don't score, and somehow Elise is still going here. Tillman got blocked, but it's back to the Frenchman. Tavares could steal, but it's somehow going out for a throw into them, and that's going to be the end of the game. A 2-1 victory in the second leg against Bayern Munich, and we are Champions League finalists. And well, after this, we're going to try and win the Bundesliga title, and also then obviously win the Pokal and the Champions League. And that might be my next episode, because this episode has been, I don't know how long it's been. I'm going to edit this together so far and see how much we have done so far. So I might have to do one more episode for the season to wrap it up with, but I might be able to get 1 or 2 more games in this episode. I'm not too sure, but let me edit it so far and see if I can somehow get all the games in today's episode and see if we can win the treble in this one here. And up against Stuttgart here, we get a 2-1 victory with Nathan Tella and also Palacios getting goals in this one. If Bayern lost that game, that means we are probably champions of the Bundesliga after this win here. But let's look at the table, get into the last game of the season up against Hamburg at home, and hopefully see us lift the Bundesliga, go into the Champions League final and also the Pokal final afterwards. And as you can see, Bayern Munich did lose their game against Wolfsburg, and Dortmund also lost to Frankfurt as we beat Stuttgart, which means if I show you the title standings real quickly, I can see by the league table, we're currently on top of the table, 3 points clear of Bayern. All we need to do is at least draw to Hamburg, and we are crowned champions of the Bundesliga, which, considering this team was 10th when I took it over, is insane to say that we could win the Bundesliga here. We could also win the Pokal and the Champions League this season, which is insane. Let's get into this one up against Hamburg at home and hopefully beat them here. Still from Fernandez. Going to try to build up an attack here again. Ben Seguir. Teller. Into Seguir now. Good bit of skill from him. He shoots and he scores. It's taken us 40 minutes to get a goal against Hamburg. They defended pretty well, to be fair. We just lacked that last little bit of creativity there that we just saw. But that through ball through that's been blocked a couple of times against us in this game. But Ben Seguir gets a goal here to make it 1-0 to us, and that goal would have crowned us champions of the Bundesliga. As long as we don't end up losing this game, we are completely fine. As like I said, we can draw this game and we are crowned champions. The way to do is not lose. I guess it's to Samuel Congo, who hits it blocked, and it ricochets. Going to be a free kick for Hamburg. In a good position, so I'm going to put player on the line if I can do so in time. There we go. Hit by Dompe, and it's a goal. Just rouletted into him. Nathan Tella. And Seguir through to Nathan Tella. Good move there from the team, and Nathan Tella puts his back ahead. And who else would it be other than Nathan Tella scoring a big goal for us in this team right now? He makes it. Or 2-1 to us. Going to bring on a few changes. We're going to Enquiries maybe as well. The only player we can't take off is that Sober due to being the captain. But I think I'll bring on Enquiries, giving him a run out in this game. Fernandez, good touch there from him inside. The Argentinian's still going. He shoots and it's an eye, but it falls to Schick, and that's 3-1. Fortune favoured us there a little bit. And Patrick Schick gets himself a goal. 18 and 28 games for him this season in the Bundesliga. He's had a great season. He's not been a bad player for us in this team. He's just been kind of like, he's been outshone basically by Nathan Tella mainly. He's been my favourite player in the team, and also as well as Ben Seguir. But Patrick Schick is pretty good in that striker position. If you don't want pace and agility, and you just want goals from a striker, Patrick Schick's up there with one of the best that I've used. Schick. Enquiries, love that from him. Forward, and there could be more. Nathan Tella does add more. It's 4-1. The floodgates have opened here at the BayArena for the final game of the season. As we know, we are crowned champions now. It's well and truly done for Bayern unless Hamburg can pull out the most insane comeback and win this game 5-4. I doubt that will happen. Well, I hope it doesn't happen. I doubt it will happen, but you never know. Stranger things have happened in the world of football, but I doubt they'll even get another goal in this game unless I make an error. Lovely play here, Tella. Inside, lovely move from him. Can Tella get another one? And Tella's made it 5. It's a dominant victory for us against Hamburg here. They are towards the bottom of the table, they're 18th. And Tella here is on for a hat-trick with a few minutes to go in this game. I don't think he got a hat-trick. I think he's got 2 goals in this game. That's a great move from them, beating defender and blasting into the back of the net there to make it 5-1 to us. And well, after Nathan Tella made it 5-1, we have been crowned champions of the Bundesliga here with a 5-1 victory over Hamburg, which was to see. And we're taking this team over when they were 10th in the table 4 games in. I believe we have now taken them to the Bundesliga title with only 1 loss to their name, which was a sim game, I believe, or was it actually a played game? I'm not too sure. But it's sober list, the Bundesliga title for us here. We have 2 more trophies up for grabs, the Pokal and the Champions League. And let's get into those finals and hopefully win both of them. And what a season it would have been if we do so. And part of me cannot believe we actually went on to win the Bundesliga, but we're putting some great performances in the season, and we deserved that title. You can see that sober lifting right there. And what it seems, one of our players have won the Player of the Season award in the Bundesliga, being handed to him by Eric Ten Hag. It's going to be Nathan Teller. Sorry, I'm not sure I said Malik Tillman. It's going to be Nathan Teller, who's going to be given the Player of the Season award for the Bundesliga. A much-deserved win for him. He's not the top scorer in the league, or maybe he might be a top assister. I'm not too sure. He might be up there with the assist, but I'm not too sure. But he had a great performance for us in this team. One of our best players. We've still got 2 more games left to go this season. But for the Bundesliga, Nathan Teller is a Player of the Season, and you love to see it. And a much-deserved win for him there. And it's time for us to try and win the domestic double here in Germany with the DFB Pokal final at the Olympiastadion against Dortmund here. Let's get straight into this one and hopefully defeat Dortmund again, and this time win the Pokal here. At least it'll lift one trophy for us, even if we do go on to win the Champions League. I want that to be that sober. We could get a very quick start here against Dortmund again, and Patrick Schick's side denied by Treble. I mean, they've always done that, but they do it a lot more these days than they did back in the day, with the likes of Lucas Piazon, etc. It's a name people probably haven't heard in a long time, or don't even know of. I might watch this video. Lucas Piazon used to be a big talent back in the day in Career Mode, but great ball through into Nathan Teller. Road-driven shot, bottom corner. And now there has to be in the video me talking about Lucas Piazon, because we scored a goal at the end of it. I'm kind of glad of that, because I was kind of waffling about him. And I was going to put in the video anyway, but we'll score with Nathan Teller, who's got the captain's armour for this game. He deserves to at least lift a trophy after getting the Best Bundesliga Player of the Season award. And he finds the finisher, beats Treble. On our 3rd or 4th attempt, we beat Treble here and take a 1-goal lead. And maybe what I'll have to do in future Career Modes is, before I set up the save, put Dortmund into a forward-at-back formation, so they don't play forward-at-back, so they actually are a challenge when we play against them. Because I always just smoke forward-at-back every time I play them, because they just don't defend. You know what I mean? Like, they got 1 or 2 defenders that actually do something most games, but other than that, as you can see, we can just get the ball off them and attack very quickly with a bunch of space. As long as Schlotterbeck doesn't stop us, we can score maybe 3, 4 or 5 in this game. Let's tell it into the box looking for Schick, but it's going to go into the goal to Treble. It's not pass it straight away, but I had faith in him to be able to get around that challenge. And Nathan Teller, is he onside? If he's onside, this is 2-0. That's a great ball. And Nathan Teller, with the finish. That through ball to Nathan Teller was perfect by Ben Seguin, I believe it was. This formation, I might have to keep using it in other Career Modes. I do want to switch, try to get wingers into teams, etc. and stuff like that, but some teams are going to have to use this formation more, because I cook on Career Mode with this formation. Ultimate Team, kind of different story. I did cook a little bit. I won the first tournament with this one on my first attempt on the RTG. But I kind of feel like now on Ultimate Team I need to use a different formation. But in Career Mode, with the authentic gameplay and the passing, this just works, and the AI are just not doing anything against me. I need to make it somehow even harder. I've got competitive mode turned on. You know, player-based difficulty, the AI side has turned up to make them harder. You know, everything just, this game's too easy. Ben Seguin. And it's 3-0 here. Ben Seguin, no, Tillman, sorry. It's 3-0. If we do win the Champions League this season, then in my next Career Mode, I need to turn the sliders up massively for the AI to make them even harder. Because I am just cooking on this game. And Tillman, what a finish that is from him, rifling it into the top corner to put us 3 goals up in this game. It's not even half time yet. And Metra putting out all the fake shots. He almost got all the way through there. He should have pulled the trigger. Box. Had a goal by Adeyemi. Verbruggen could have caught it, but parries it out for a corner to Ranville. Into Karim Adeyemi. There's Vanderson, no good interception. Teller good turn, and this should be the hat-trick for Nathan Teller. Unless Emre Can cuts him out from behind there, that should be a red card. I mean, I get Schlotterbeck, that's not even going to be a yellow. How has he got away with that then? How has he got away with that? Why not? Tillman from range, shot saved by Treble. But how has Emre not been sent off after that? With Bayer. But Tomori, what a challenge that is. Oh, put myself in a little bit of danger there, but we can get it hopefully clear. As we do there just about. Fernandez. To Tillman. And Tillman. Schick. To Eche. Very over to Teller for the hat-trick. And it's 4-0 against Dortmund here. You probably may have just seen the goals and maybe one or two of the Dortmund efforts on goal against us in this game, because in the second half not much has happened. And overall we just dominated the first half. Dortmund didn't really do much in that one. And the second half they've been better. They got a few shots, but Verbruggen saved them. They weren't really anything ready to trouble in that much, but Nathan Teller gets another hat-trick for himself in the series here. And makes it 4-0 to return the Pokal final. We get that out now. 1 minute added on. Palacios. Schick. And Echeverri. Can he get a goal for himself at Echeverri? Can he make it 5? And he's made it 5. We have just beaten Dortmund 5-0 in the Pokal final. And Echeverri off the bench with a goal and an assist for himself. I might need to use him again in another career as an actual first team player. He's got unlucky in the Man City series because he wasn't going to get much game time in that one. In this one, he did get a bunch of game time and he impressed. He looks good. But obviously, Ben Seguer was our first team cam. And he wasn't going to break away into the break into the first team without us selling anyone and making him maybe a centre mid or something like that, or a striker, or switching formation. So in the near future, I think in a few series time, maybe as a mid-table team or something, we need to sign Echeverri and use him. But we have just beaten Dortmund 5-0 in the Pokal final. Let's get to the trophy lift after this dominant win. And we'll head well the trophy lift for another trophy here. So we just won the Bundesliga, and I get to lift the DP Pokal, one of the most beautiful trophies in the world of football. I just like the way it looks. It looks very prestigious and worth a lot of money, basically. And it looks sick. And Nathan Teller, after getting a hat-trick as a captain in the cup final, gets to lift the Pokal, which looks very green. I believe it's actually more of a gold colour IRL, but that must be the lighting. Right now, with obviously the green background, the green pitch and stuff like that, so it looks green. But Teller wins here, lifts the Pokal as the captain, and let's get into the Champions League final. And I just hope that will be a bit more of a challenge than every other game has been so far in this episode. I mean, at the same time, I do kind of want us to win it, so maybe I need to just accept this team is incredible and we can't win the Champions League very easily, but the team we're facing should be hard to beat, so let's get into it and show you who we are facing in the final of the Champions League. And well, here we are, somewhere I didn't expect it to be at the end of the season, but we are in the Champions League final up against Real Madrid. And can I go back to back into the Champions Leagues? We won it with Man City in our first final. This is my second final I've played in this in FC26. So let's see if I can win 2 back-to-back Champions Leagues without losing the final here against Real Madrid. Oh no, Vinicius. Vinny shoots, Verbruggen makes a save. He's going to be offside into Nathan Teller. Yep. Van der Sar didn't get the ball somehow there. That's going to be good defending tomorrow, but falls back to Mbappe somehow. Ball forward to Arda Güler. Tapsoba. Please get it out. There we go. Palacios. Tillman. Ben Seguer. Schick. What even just happened? How did Dean Huijsen head that? Like, it literally hit him in the back of the head. If someone headed that. But Tavares steals it. Ben Seguer, why not power shot from him, blocked by Rudy. Oh, why did he not make it on Palacios? There we go. Schick. Oh, just needs to keep on Rudy there. Bellingham. As if they're going to get a free kick there. Please, someone get the ball. Someone please get the ball. How? Okay, no. I know I'm playing Real Madrid, but what just happened? I didn't even press a button for it. I can't even speak. Didn't even touch him. Didn't even touch him. I didn't even press to make a challenge there. And it's Mbappe, you can't save his penalties in FIFA, or SC, whatever I call it. I'm going to try my best. Mbappe, I did save it, or it hit the post, one of the two. I'm going to claim that as a save for Verbruggen. Justice has been served. We saved the pen that shouldn't have been given, but they're probably going to score here. No, my luck. There we go. Yep. Go on, Teller. Go on, lad. Nathan Teller hits the bar. Schick hits it. How have he missed? Good steal by Benziger. Tillman. Looking for Teller. That is not within that pass. So I tried to play it away from Rudy there. And again, passed it straight to him. Fede Valverde. To Vinicius Jr. Good defending from Vanderson. No. There we go, Tillman, good steal. Schick. Ball through to Teller. Gonna have to cut it back. And of course they make the perfect challenge there. Why have you played him on side? Mbappe, good defending against him. And have they got a corner there? Vinicius. Surprised I didn't give a penalty there. That's more of a pen than what he gave us a pen. Secured as well. I need a run. I need someone to just get a bit of space and make a run. I don't care who it is. It could be Verbruggen that comes up and gets the last goal. Or gets a goal to put his level. I don't care. Gonna have to try Schick here. That's a great pass and Schick scores. I don't know, this game's felt so weird. It felt like the game I was playing earlier. It's been a few hours in between that Dortmund game and the game you're seeing right now, but this game feels a lot heavier in this final. I'm not too sure what it is, but something's different. We'll go in, level, to extra time, over that to Tillman. And Tillman, that's going to be a corner, we take it. So we've got Patrick Schick in the centre to aim for. Can he win this one? No, he can't. Really heads it away. Fernandez. Tillman. Good strength. And again, there from the American. And Benziger hits it. Benziger saved by Courtois. Got to win the header. We do so, and it's blocked because he played it on his right foot for some reason. You saw him move the ball into his left foot for the pass, and he played it with his right foot for no reason. Benziger. Patrick Schick. Teller's wide open. Nathan Teller. There we go. Whew. I'm having to try hard this final, man. Genuinely. You probably can tell by my commentary that I'm really focused when I'm like building up attacks. And Nathan Teller scores for us again. And Patrick Schick with the assist and a goal for himself in this game so far. And could that be the moment we'll win the Champions League? And you can see Schick and Nathan Teller just wide open. First time, top corner, no sieve in that one. Bellingham. There we go, Fernandez, so that from you. If we score another goal. Oh, really? Oh no. Ref, please. Ref. You turn him into a dog here. Ref, there we go. And we won the Champions League. It was stressful in the end for this final. We've had the easiest of games up until the Champions League final, but it didn't feel hard because Madrid were good. It felt hard because this game just was weird. And I'm glad Patrick Schick scored that big goal for us in the 90th minute to put us level. And Nathan Teller in extra time wins us the Champions League. Oh, that was an interesting game to say the least. Not much really happened for you guys to see. It was just a lot of back and forth in midfield. It just felt like a rather scrappy game. There wasn't much fluidity about it, like the previous games have had with this team. It just felt it felt like a scrap of a game, to say the least. But the black and red ribbons are on. The Champions League trophy here, and Tatsoba steps up to lift the Champions League. And I did not expect to see this at the end of the season. Considering I took this team over when they were 10th in the league, we somehow won the treble with them. It's an insane season from me with this team. We beat Madrid here in the Champions League final. Let's look at the stats of the players and go to sim to November as well to see if one of our players win the Ballon d'Or, because Nathan Teller or Patrick Schick could win the Ballon d'Or. Let's go to the one more trophy left, why not? And we'll go into the stats. And as you can see by the stats here, Nathan Tella with 33 goals and 7 assists, 40 goal contributions in 51 games in the same season from him in that striker role, alongside Patrick Schick with 35 goal contributions for him in 48 games. And also Matic Tillman, by the way, from centre mid, 19 and 12, incredible. Ben Seguir, 8 and 12 from him, and Echeverria in a pretty good season. Boniface out on loan at Werder Bremen, did great for them for 15 and 8. But what a season this was from this team, and well, maybe we're about to see Nathan Tella win the Ballon d'Or, and hopefully we do so. Let's cut to that, or cut to the outro, if he doesn't win the Ballon d'Or. And just in case one of our players don't win the Ballon d'Or, I'm going to record an outro here real quickly just on the team screen as usual. If you're going to enjoy this series, drop a like and subscribe for more content. And the next series will begin tomorrow. Obviously, both series were done for the last one season. I did not expect to do this in the first season with Leverkusen. We somehow managed to win it all in one season, which I did not expect to do. But the signs we have made in this team have taken it to the next level. So tomorrow, coming in Van der Sar, Tavares, and so Verbruggen in goal went from like a 78 rated up to an 83. Insane growth from him, or like something around there, 79 maybe, I think it was. And obviously the players having great seasons like Nathan Tella, also Ben Seguir, Matic Tillman having great seasons. Fernandez at CDM, he was incredible in that CDM role. I see some great bench players like Terrier, Echeverria, and some other great players that we had in this team at some point. But let's cut to the, let's not cut to the Ballon d'Or. I've not simmed to that point, that's why I said that there. But that's going to call it for the season, for this video and the series. So you're going to enjoy it, drop a like and subscribe. And as always, thank you for watching.